Pardon me. This is going to turn into a mukbang. So I came across an ad a couple of weeks ago for a company called Rotten Fruit Box. It didn't sound very appealing, but I looked into it, and it was kind of a neat concept. They forage fruit that would otherwise just rot on the ground, and they freeze dry it, package it up, and sell it. And I think it's such a great idea, so I wanted to see if it was actually worth purchasing. So the shipping was super duper fast. It came pretty quickly. The box looks like I surgically removed any indicators of my my address. As you can tell from this stab wound here, it was a successful surgery. This one sticker says Portugal on it, so there you go. It's not from North America. I already forget how much I paid for this. There you go. RottenFruitBox.com. Alright, let's take a look. Consider these a small gift. Oh neat. So I guess these are like surplus little like crumbs, I guess, of freeze-dried fruit. This one's sour cherry and this one's strawberry. And you know what? Those would be amazing in homemade granola bars or granola. So that's fruit. Bag of pear. Sliced figs. Oh, and there's like information on the box. There's information on the back about each of the fruit that you've ordered. This one says, did you know that there are over 3,000 different pear varieties? The Roca, or Rocha, I'm not sure, while not well known, is an excellent pear with good sweetness and flavor. You know, there's about 29 to 31 grams. Figs are low in calories and contain soluble dietary fiber, vitamins, and minerals. Figs are also known as the fruit of the gods. A fig after my own heart. Kiwi, peach, blueberries, more blueberries, more figs, blueberries, and 3 pouches of apple. It was $54.99. That's American dollars. And they didn't charge anything in taxes or for shipping. Let's go ahead and see how much is actually inside these bags. I'm going to start with the figs. I'm not going to open up all of them, but I just want you to get an idea of how much is actually inside these bags. So this says that there is 28 to 30 grams of freeze-dried sliced figs. So go ahead and open it. My Pyrex 1 cup measuring cup. Here's the fig. So it's like a little less than 1 cup. That ain't bad. And I might be totally off base here, but I was hoping and maybe reconstitute them a little bit and create a like a syrup of some sort. Blueberries. So just shy of a cup again. Not bad. You know what? The kids are really gonna like these. Let's do the apple. So a little bit more than a cup in the apple. I don't want to say anything negative by saying that they are a bit expensive, but these are going to last for a while. When you freeze dry a fruit or a vegetable, it lasts for a very long time. I would really love to see them do this with vegetables. So that's 12 bags that I got here. 2 complimentary bags. For the record, this video is not sponsored in any way, shape, or form by the RottenFruitBox.com. I just saw an advertisement for it and I thought it was interesting, and they are like a brand new startup, and I think it's important to try and support those new ones, especially ones that are focused on like preserving or eliminating waste. I'm curious to see if we could actually make some decent tasting muffins out of the blueberries. Let's see. Welcome back to my favorite spot in the house, my living room floor. So I took some time to make blueberry muffins out of the freeze-dried blueberries that came in the Rotten Fruit Box. If you order a box, remember to cancel before the next month, otherwise you will get billed again and you will get another box. Lovely blueberry muffins! So what I did is I took a cup full of freeze-dried blueberries and I put them in some water and into the fridge overnight. It was more of an experiment than anything, and they plumped up quite a bit, so I think it kind of worked. I made this in a baby cakes treat maker that my older daughter got for Christmas last year. I ran out of like liners. I tried to make liners out of parchment paper, but it just took too much time, so I just made the 1 dozen blueberry muffins the regular way. I didn't even use a muffin pan, I just used jarring lids. They're just like rings, metal rings, right? So I used the metal rings and I put the liners inside of the rings on top of a cooling rack on top of a baking sheet. Otherwise, if you put it straight onto the baking sheet, you're gonna get burnt bottoms, and we don't like that. We want everything to be baked perfectly, evenly, all the way through. So let's take a look at what the blueberry muffins look like. Now, they look darker, they're not burnt. I just used coconut sugar because that's what I had on hand. I don't have granulated white sugar in the house currently, just because I decided to, you know, be weird. Anyway, let's take a look, shall we? Oh yeah, it's still steaming. So it looks pretty decent, doesn't it? They're squishy. Those came out really well. Holy smokes. And they're sweet. I need some water. They turned out really well. Holy smokes. I'm impressed. Pardon me. This is gonna turn into a mukbang. Value for $1, the rotten fruit box isn't really a good way to save money by any means, but it gets you like some interesting snacks that the kids so far have really loved trying out. They're not their go-to snack, but they will eat them. My 20-month-old loves them, 7-year-old loves them, 12-year-old loves them. 14-year-old doesn't really care for weird things, so he hasn't tried it yet. For me, it's just under $80 for that box that you saw. That was $80. And overall, you don't really get a lot of food out of it. So it's more of like a novelty item, I'd say. Now, if they had like frozen vegetables, freeze-dried vegetables, I might be more inclined to get it, because then you can make ahead soups, soup mixes and things like that, which go a lot further than freeze-dried fruit, especially in a house as large as mine with 6 people in it. So there you have your review, and there you have your delicious muffin. Enjoy. Ciao.